Previously on Survivor Boston. In an unexpected tribe swap, Izzy and Toby switched from Inferno to a tribe called Quest, while Peyton and Kate left a tribe called Quest and joined Inferno.
Inferno is a better name, I think.
Moses, however, was exiled from the next tribal council and would join whichever team loses the challenge. At the immunity challenge, both tribes came very close, but Peyton earned the winning point for Inferno, sending a tribe called Quest to tribal council. Izzy and Toby immediately felt on the outside, but Sarah had a different idea.
Do you guys want to go for Bailey this one?
While Bailey was confident that Toby would be going home, the rest of his tribe, including his former ally Lexi, decided to blindside him,
Bailey.
leaving Bruce in the dark. 12 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
Our first tribal council, we blindsided Bailey, and I was saying that he was saying like offensive stuff, and yes, it was making people uncomfortable, but like that wasn't at all the reason why I wanted him out. Like I was just using that as an excuse to like push other people to get him to be voted out. So yeah, we blindsided Bailey, and I didn't think I would feel very bad about it, but just hearing his reaction, especially since he was sitting right behind me, I thought I was gonna be like, haha, bye Bailey, but like, no, it actually felt really bad. And we scared the shit out of Bruce. The four of us like had decided to go for Bailey, and one of the biggest reasons is we were pretty sure that he had an idol. We weren't positive if he had it, but we know that we had a clue. Decided to tell Bruce what happened from our perspective. But like we all feel really, really bad. Like I especially feel really, really bad that we like didn't tell you.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Because I was really shocked. I was like,
yeah.
Bailey. So like, Bailey voted for Toby.
Yeah.
And I voted for Toby. That's why
Yeah.
there's 2 votes for Toby.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Could not tell like how like much he believed me. If he believed me. If he was like, why is she talking to me? Like you are completely fine.
Yeah.
We love you. We love your like positivity and how like talented and like athletic you are. We think you are like a strong asset to like our team. I feel like
important. It was just a surprise for me. It's good to stay connected with like the older teammates, but you never know. So
and like no,
I'm not like at all. Just like now it's so clear. So
yeah,
it's all good. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for letting me know.
Okay.
So you guys heard who got voted off from the blue tribe, right?
No.
Bailey was the one who was voted off.
Wait, shut the f up.
Why?
Are you serious?
I'm being totally serious right now. I heard from Bruce today. Wait, why? What was the...
He had immunity.
Oh, he had immunity?
Yeah, and he didn't f***ing play it.
My objective was 2 things. To try to get to know what the opposite tribe was like, and to also kind of inform them what the inner workings of the red tribe was like. Inferno tribe is a lot more cutthroat than a tribe called Quest. And I don't think they've realized it.
Speaking of immunity, here you have it.
I don't. Wait, me?
Yes.
No, I don't. Who told you that?
Izzy? Yeah.
Or Lexi?
Well, Lexi threw Izzy. Yeah.
Lexi threw... I don't have these...
Because you know Lexi and Izzy are like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, now they're on the same tribe, though. But Lexi thinks I have the immunity idol.
For some reason, they think I have the immunity idol. I really should have just pretended that I did. That would have protected me from future.
No.
I don't have the immunity idol.
He did seem like a little bit suspicious, but honestly, like I have no idea if he does or not.
Okay. How close are you guys to Daniella and Brian?
I don't talk to them outside of Survivor. I like Danielle a lot though.
He has come across to a lot of people as being like kind of like overly competitive, and I get it, Survivor, it's supposed to be competitive, but that's not what I mean. I mean like he'll like kind of like you could tell he's like being a snake, and he'll like try to sabotage, like I don't know, he's like thinking things, and you're there, like you know he is trying to like play in ways of getting you out as you're talking to him.
Now that Toby and Izzy have been switched to Blue Tribe,
Yeah.
Brian and Daniella are still kind of like together.
Yeah.
So I would just be wary of them, especially Daniella.
Yeah.
She's awesome person, obviously, but
yeah, she's
definitely watch out
competitive.
with her
Yeah.
in this game.
Right.
And he kind of just told us that Daniella kind of controls, or in her mind, he said controls the team, and like he says it. She knows a lot of information. That conversation happened, and I left feeling like I didn't know if I could trust Elvis. So I met with Elvis, and I don't trust him.
Yeah, no, I never have either. He's just like always been like a flip-flopper when it comes to votes and stuff too. So
Yeah.
like I trust you. I trust Kate too, and
Yeah. Well, cause like when we were on Tribal West, like we didn't have to like be sneaky at all, cause
Right.
we hadn't lost yet. So like we like honestly are like so like
yeah,
you know.
no, I know exactly what you mean. If let's say we do lose tonight, then like you have the immunity, which is awesome. Sounds good to me. That's good to have that too.
Yep.
Inferno, getting your first look at the new tribe called Quest. Bailey voted off at the last tribal council.
Yep.
Now we're bringing in Moses, returning from exile.
Welcome back.
Moses, drop your buff. You are now joining a tribe called Quest.
Thank you. Take us back.
Alright, you guys ready to get to today's challenge?
Yeah.
First things first, I'll take back immunity.
Bye.
Forcibly adopted.
Alright, for today, this will not be in play. Because both tribes will be going to tribal council. Both tribes will be voting someone out.
What?
However,
It's not gonna be me. I'm immune.
That's unfair.
for today's challenge, one person on each team will be winning immunity. You're gonna have a little platform where you will be balancing a ball. All you have to do is stay standing the longest. If your ball falls, you are out of the challenge.
I don't have a steady hand.
The last person standing on each team wins immunity. After a certain amount of time, 4 minutes, where you have one ball, then that is the end of round one, and then you will add another ball to your plate. The last person standing in this challenge in total, they will be winning for their tribe, and that tribe can sit in on the other tribe's tribal council and observe what happens. So there's going to be a reward for one of the tribes, and there's also going to be one winner on each tribe. I'm going to count down from 5, and then the ball must be on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This challenge is on.
I have homework to do.
Stop talking.
This is your homework.
Bruce starting to shift a little.
Charlie, shut up.
All right, I have a small proposition for everyone in the game right now. For anyone who chooses to drop right now,
Well, I didn't choose that.
Giselle, take a seat.
Giselle is out of this challenge.
Giselle, first one out of this challenge.
I'm too fidgety.
Whoever chooses to drop right now will receive a clue to the hidden immunity idol. Starting now.
Can that count?
No.
That's really rude.
We have absolutely no takers.
So it's like my head right now.
Okay.
Take it. Jacob. Give me the money.
I found a
Izzy
way.
took the
Can
clue.
you stop?
3, 2, 1. Take your ball off.
You guys are
will have a
safe.
couple seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This challenge is back on.
Brian's getting hella shaky. Daniella, I don't think has moved once this challenge. Same for Toby and Lexi.
Hells yeah.
Everyone seems really focused.
You guys are 2 minutes in, which means you've been doing this for 6 minutes total. Bruce is out of this challenge.
Bruce
Take
out
a
of
seat.
nowhere.
Good job. It's okay, Bruce.
6 minutes.
Careful.
Okay, yeah, don't get.
What? I said you got it.
And out of nowhere, we are down to 9.
I will offer one more time to anyone in either tribe. Clue to the hidden immunity idol. If you drop right now, we can have multiple people dropping.
Sarah, drop your own study. That way we both have it. We have both, not both. You know what I mean?
Lexi trying to cut a
We
deal.
already have 2 different clues because
Fair.
yeah, I think she got a clue that we already had.
Everyone who drops in the next 10 seconds, we got it. 10, 9,
Anyone's feeling unsteady,
8,
do it.
7, 6,
I take it. Do we not
5,
vote me out?
4, 3,
That's so stressful though.
2,
Do it. I say do it.
1. Daniella gets the clue to
But you
the
have to
idol.
tell us what it is.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Daniella dropping out.
Daniella, stable through the whole challenge. Chooses to drop.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Everyone's
1. You can take your balls off your plates. Stand.
Third round, we have 4 people from each tribe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're back on.
You're going for a winner this time. Brian shaking.
Toby had some movement.
Elvis having some movement.
Of course, Toby did.
What do you mean by that?
You know what I meant, Toby.
Oh, Lexi drops out of nowhere.
Wait, you roasted me!
Lexi, no shot at me.
It must be.
Elvis and Kate singing, everyone else looking extremely pissed off.
Well, I guess this is growing up. Down, 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 down.
I support this.
Thank you. You support my musical career. I'm actually thinking of quitting college and just supporting covers of Blink-182. Yeah.
Sarah's ball's moving.
Acoustic, of course.
Fine.
One time I was on this plane, and they made this kid get off because he refused to stop vaping. They had to take him to the back of the plane. And you know what he was wearing? I kid you not. A tie-dye shirt, and like one piece of his hair was braided. He was writing in his journal. I was like looking over because like the flight was like 6 hours, so I was bored. So I was looking at his journal, and it was like, I can't take this anymore. I can't take my kids. I can't take my wife. I can't deal with it anymore. And I was like looking at him. I was like, whoa. I don't think they know at all. What?
I'm enjoying this.
What? I have so many fun plane stories.
Kate
drops.
out.
That was me.
Kate is
And
out
now
of
we're
the
down
challenge.
to 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're adding
You are
another
good.
ball. Alright, we're gonna count down from 10.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This challenge is back on.
At the end of this round,
Do a backflip.
we'll do the same thing where we take all of the balls off the plate, but in the final round, your arm's gonna be fully extended. Toby playing a risky game, trying to practice the move right now.
That's our time. You're slowly lifting it up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You guys are
We're done
good.
for this round.
So the same 6 people. We are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This one will be interesting. It could end in just a second.
Moses, you could
And
drop
she
it.
recovers.
Yeah. I'm number 3 on the team, saying you're safe to drop. We won't let you out.
I'm trying not to do it.
Raise an arm up a little.
Oh, Moses drops.
Careful.
We are down to Sarah and Toby for immunity.
was thinking about it.
I
was like 70%.
Wait, so do I need...
Toby, arm out.
What
arm
happens if I get the immunity? Will I have immunity for 2 rounds or no?
out. No.
Peyton drops out
drops.
immediately.
We are down to Brian and Elvis for Inferno. And Sarah and Toby for A Tribe Called Quest.
I should have stayed in.
You want either, but I want.
Peyton already regretting angrily throwing her balls to the
I feel like
floor.
I've been like the weakest one.
Because now you're bored, right?
Well, I'm just too competitive. I think I can keep going and beat other tribe. If you will.
We've been going at this for 31 minutes.
Sitting in isn't that big of an advantage.
Wow.
I don't think.
Hang in there, Brian.
Like, if you go down, I'm stopping like the next second after.
Oh, I won't stop after you go down. I'm gonna try and beat them out. But
I'm here to stay.
okay.
Toby and Sarah both trying to come to a decision here. It doesn't look like it's happening.
It's just I don't want to drop it. I want that cool necklace.
Sarah getting really close to the edge. Will she save it?
Well, I'm done.
Sarah's son
drops
Toby
out.
gets immunity for the tribe, and with that, Inferno wins the reward.
Yay!
And we are down to Elvis and Brian.
I gotta give it to you, Brian. You've been holding out for a while.
Thanks, Elvis. You're the king of rock and roll, dude. Oh, I get that a lot.
40 minutes. Oh, Brian almost dropped.
Keep in mind that makes me let him drop.
Brian
drops. Elvis wins immunity.
Do I have to keep going?
No, you're good. You're
No,
done.
you do not. Keep going.
Keep going. Whoa.
All right, everybody, same spots at the beginning. All right, Elvis, come get immunity. Be safe at tonight's
It's tonight.
Toby,
5 minutes.
Toby, come on over.
this isn't
not
as
the
good.
next, this isn't the cooler one. Hey,
But-
put a couple fingers in there. There we go.
Charlie,
You're safe at tribal
It
council.
was a hassle to get the
And Inferno, congratulations. You guys won the reward. You guys can sit in it on A Tribe Called Quest Tribal Council. We'll let you know details about that.
it's kind of nice not needing to rely on like a team to get immunity. The only person I trust 100% is myself. You know, other people could let you down, but personal immunity challenges I kind of like more.
We're gonna vote for Bruce. So does that mean we have majority? Because then it's...
If there's 4 of us, he's
Yeah.
gone. He doesn't have an idol.
Okay, who are we gonna tell other people? Like, voting Bailey off is something that needed to happen because the rest of the blue tribe was salty with him. But it's been my game plan since the beginning to vote off who I think the strongest people are. I decided that I wanted Bruce gone because I think Bruce was one of the stronger players in the game. Okay, so...
I just told Moses that we're voting off Bruce because the merger's coming soon and that we don't want to go up against him because he's such a strong player. And he was like, yeah, I like that idea.
And he's talking to Toby, right? Yeah. I could see an advantage in getting to see the other tribe's tribal council. My tribe had came up with a tactic that during our tribal council, we were just gonna bowl all of the answers. Okay. Well, this is awkward because we're all here. Toby politely left for a second, except we can't vote you out because you have immunity.
I'm a little more in fight or flight mode with the game because I've been out of it. I had zero idea what was going on, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm gone, I'm dead, right? I'm thinking whoever has the most like obligations might be someone like to consider.
Yeah.
Depending on whatever it is.
Yeah.
Moses was scaring the out of me and Lexi when we were all talking because he was like, well, why don't we have to take out the person that has the most commitments. Last week I had a hell week and I was like very vocal about that, but also Lexi thought that he was talking about her because she works 2 jobs and does cheer, and so the fact that he was like, oh, whoever has the most commitments, like, we gotta get them out, like, that was like, yikes.
And no matter what, like, it doesn't even matter who we tell them because we have majority.
Do we?
You, me, Toby, Sarah versus Bruce, Moses.
Okay.
I met with Lexi the other day in the hallway. We were just pretty stressed about how, this tribal council tomorrow night. And she was thinking the same thing, that we might vote off someone who's from the red team. Based on the last challenge, maybe Izzy? Based on physical strength.
After I left, and then after I've just seen people in passing, I haven't heard anything about the game yet, but I'm staying hopeful. I think it should be okay. I think the closest with Bruce.
Bruce, I guess. I mean, he's like the nicest kid, but like I just kind of viewed him as a wild card.
Getting rid of a Moses would be getting rid of another strong player, and he's kind of like on his own right now. There are like 1,000 weird alliances going on, and none of them are like actual alliances. But Moses isn't really in any of them, so I could easily see him just getting booted just because he doesn't have somebody to stick up for him.
And now bringing in the members of Inferno.
Hi, Inferno.
You know what? Suck it, Toby. Suck it.
Sarah, obviously an unpredictable tribal last time. Who's in control now?
I have no idea. But everything happened so fast, and we haven't really had a lot of time to like talk and stuff, so we really have no idea which way it's gonna go.
Bruce, with sort of this unpredictability in the air, how nervous are you about tonight?
How nervous I am? Pretty anxious. Because like this is the team right now, like we really close to each other, so it's gonna be hard.
Izzy, right now you are the only past Inferno member who is not immune. Does that worry you?
Not really, because no.
No? Why not?
No.
No? Is there a reason?
No, just I'm chill.
There's gotta be. Lexi, do you know why Izzy should, is there a reason Izzy should be worried?
I don't know.
No?
I don't know.
You don't know. How come?
I just don't know.
Well, I don't think Izzy should be worried because like we've been on the same team throughout, and Lexi's a good friend of hers.
Sarah, is this gonna be a random vote tonight?
It's looking like it.
What are you gonna base your vote on? How are you gonna ensure that you are not gonna be the one voted off with all this randomness?
I'm going to vote off of who I feel I can trust in this game.
Lexi, you are friends with Izzy from the past tribe. Are you taking this sort of past friendships into account when you were playing this game?
I don't really know, because like, I don't know, like I'm friends with a lot of people here, not just Izzy. Yeah, I don't really know.
Okay.
Okay.
Moses, do you think there is a division among the tribe?
I don't really see that. Maybe it's because I was on exile, but it seems like everyone here is pretty tight, and that no matter what happens, we're working as a unit, so I don't think there's much a lot there.
So Toby, do you think this is going to come out as a pretty unanimous decision?
I hope so.
And how could you decide who to vote for with all this randomness?
Just looking ahead. Thinking we're playing a long-term game. And if
Influences
one person seems like a threat down the road, then take them out early while you can.
All right, with that,
Let's get to the vote.
Guess we need like stronger players who are more committed. Yeah, this is really hard.
I'm voting on Bruce because he's such a strong player that when the merge happens, I don't want to have to go up against him.
if anybody has the immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted off will be asked to leave the travel cancel area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Izzy.
Bruce. It's 1 vote Izzy, 1 vote Bruce. 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 All right, 3 votes for Bruce, still 1 vote Izzy. The 4th person voted out of Survivor Boston. Bruce. That's 4, that's enough. Need you to bring me your buff. Bruce, the tribe has spoken. Go ahead, head off this way. Go away. Yep. Well, after not a lot of time for deliberation, you guys seem to come to a pretty quick decision. But again, anything could happen in this game. Grab your stuff, head back to camp. Good night.
Well, I think it's definitely reasonable for me to be voted out because the challenge tonight didn't do that good. It's been a pleasure to meet everybody. It's only fair and it's been super fun. Thank you guys.
Because I was about to turn to Kate and say, why don't you step down? Because I could have beaten Elvis because I was steady the whole entire time. But then I hadn't noticed you counting down. And I was like, well, if if they get all 3, or both of the immunity idols, because we didn't necessarily know that Bailey had one die off with him. I was like, you know what, like, gonna go out strong, like, I'm really good at clues and riddles and stuff, and apparently I'm not, because I looked for 6 hours with 3 different clues. I feel like I'm literally so close, and I know for a fact that I'm not. Me. I thought I got really close there for a second. I literally just don't want to go home. I should be doing homework right now. It's a big city. Oh my god, and I'm just one person. Oh my goodness. For all of you guys that want to compete, you're in for a ride.
Daniella, she's frantically searching for the idol that I have in my back pocket. I do trust Daniella, and I trust the 4 horsemen, but at some point, I have to play for myself. I can't play for all of them.
Remember when she dropped out to get the clue?
She didn't give it to us, first of all.
Yes, exactly. Also, she might have found it today.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
And so Daniella got the clue during the challenge, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll like, you guys can read it." And then we all sat around in a circle, and she was like, "I don't want to be a dick, but you can't read it." And I was like, we were all like, "Oh, it's fine," and we were all like, "What?" So she read us one line that didn't really help. So now we're thinking that she may have found it today.
I think it should be Brian though.
Brian?
I think Kate and Peyton are really good players. I think we should keep them on our team.
But Brian lasted really long though in the last night's challenge.
Yeah, I guess. But it was for himself.
But she seemed a little distant, awkward. I think it was because I asked her out, of course. But I was like, let's not think too hard about it.
I think he'd be useful to keep around.
Yeah, because
he's agreeable.
That's true, but then he lies, so I don't even know if he actually does agree.
Like, if she found it today, that's exactly what it's scary, but I think we would both be fine. She would vote for Giselle.
At this point, Kate's kind of become like my partner because we like made the switch together, and like, I don't know, we live next door to each other, so it just kind of makes sense that we like kind of have a little alliance going. Daniella dropped out early and got a clue, so we asked her what it was, and she was like, look, like, I don't really want to give it to you until I know I'm safe, but like, here's a couple words from it. So she told us, I don't really know. It didn't make sense because we only got half of it. You know, good thing she didn't give us all of it because I really kind of want that bitch gone. So yeah, I Snapchatted Giselle, and I was just like, I want Daniella gone. And she came in my room and we had a little conversation about it, and she was like, oh my god, I agree, like, yeah. And then Kate came in, and so basically, like, we all were on the same page, like wanting to vote Daniella off. Giselle said she could get Elvis on board, and I definitely think Elvis would be on board.
But we're scared that she found the clue. That's what I'm saying. And I honestly think that they're gonna vote for you.
Yeah. Before the tribe switched, she had a bunch of friends on her team, and then she kind of had like little minions. But now she only has one on our team. So we think she may have looked for it today, and so if she does have it, we're gonna vote Brian off instead.
Okay, but here's the thing: there are 2 votes, and then we're another 4 people. So what if we 3-way tie it?
3-way tie it?
We 3-way tie it on purpose. This way, if Daniella uses her thing, then we can just vote for Brian and he'll be gone. That's good. Genius.
Okay.
And so we came up with a strategy to like, 2 of us are gonna vote Brian, 2 of us vote Daniella, because they think that I may be the one that they're gonna target otherwise, but because I was the first one to drop my, like the golf ball last night, that's because I have shaky hands, and it's how I was born, and I am not ashamed of how I was born, so.
I want an alliance with Brian and Daniella, because I feel like we just work better together, and so we'll stick together. The only problem is that Daniella is like big competition, and a lot of people like want her out. I would like to have her and Peyton and Brian as like my allies, because then we could just get Elvis out once he doesn't have immunity, and then Giselle out, or Giselle and Elvis doesn't really matter. We can't get him out of this tribal.
Daniella and Kate and I had a conversation. We just thought like, oh, we're gonna vote out Giselle, everything's gonna be cool. But then Kate met with Peyton and Giselle, and they want to vote off Daniella. I'm still looking for the idol. I'll let you know if I find it. I was like, okay, but she didn't find it, so.
She didn't find it?
No.
Okay.
So we're okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Elvis also wants to vote off Daniella tonight. Every second I think I'm going to tell Daniella that I have the idol is the same second that I convince myself to not tell her that I have the idol. Because if I tell her that I have the idol, she would be like, why didn't you tell me this sooner? And everything would be blown out of proportion.
The whole thing is we don't know if she has.
Right. She doesn't.
Okay.
I know that for sure.
Okay, cool.
So yeah.
Yeah?
We're good. Yeah.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. How do you know for sure?
Because I went to talk to her because Elvis didn't talk to her to tell her that she was sick.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. And she was like, yeah, I'm still looking for the idol just in case, but she doesn't have it. I just know, like, in my heart, I'm probably going home tonight, despite the fact that I have immunity in my back pocket. If I saved Daniella and Giselle went home, then I wouldn't have an idol in my back pocket. At some point I have to take control of my own game, and maybe that's going to be tonight.
Peyton and Kate, this is your first time at Tribal Council.
Ooh, exciting.
In this game, Survivor Boston, you do not have access to fire, so the buff represents your life. When you are voted off, the buff will be drowned in the bucket, and you will be out of this game. When the buff is out, so are you. Starting things off, Peyton, when you switched tribes, you were in the minority in terms of blue versus red. Do you think that you are in the minority now within your tribe?
Do you mean like
do you
alliance-wise or like power-wise?
Power-wise, do you think you're at a disadvantage?
No, not at all. I think that coming into the tribe, it was a little bit split up. Like whoever we decide to vote with basically like has the bigger number.
Kate, is this going to be a clear decision in terms of you two? It sounds good for you guys having a lot of power. Is this a clear decision as to who to vote for?
Not at first. No, not at all. Jesus Christ. It just tearing me up inside. And I do not mean that like, oh, Kate being all dramatic. We finally come to a conclusion, and it was very well thought out. Almost annoyingly so.
So, Elvis, with this clear decision, what does this say about the Red Tribe, about the old Inferno Tribe, when Blue is suddenly given all this power?
I don't think of Kate and Peyton as Blue anymore. In my mind, I've welcomed them as tribe members of Inferno. I think it's just a testament to how focused our tribe is to this game, how dedicated we are. how much time and thought and effort we're willing to give to this game. We have a clearer focus and mindset than a Tribe Called Quest.
Daniella, you kind of smirked at that a little bit.
Oh no. Did you see that? Well,
Yeah.
I guess you have cameras. I think it would be different if certain people didn't have immunity.
What do you think would happen if, let's say, Elvis didn't have immunity?
I have immunity too. So, I mean, I just meant, like, I know it's different because I'm not worried tonight at all. It definitely would, like, obviously it'd be different if some people had, like, if both of us didn't have immunity. Of course it would.
Elvis, you have a little smile on your face. Are you worried that perhaps if you didn't have immunity that you'd be targeted? That's what it sounds like to me.
But I definitely feel that way. I've shown my capabilities in the challenges, and I think I'm pretty sure Daniella's talking about me. Maybe Peyton.
No, yeah, I was.
Okay.
Sorry, no offense. I have a reason. It's okay.
What's the reason?
Oh, throughout the time we've been playing as a team, he really hasn't. I'm trying to put this so much nice. I know I'm going home, so I
hasn't what?
As in, like during, you're the only person on our team who went for the risk taker, as well as being the only person when we played as a group out in the cold to want to go in an individual way, even when we all agreed on a plan.
I did that because I believed splitting up would be more efficient use of our time.
We were splitting up. You mean going by yourself?
Yes.
Gotcha. And that's fine. Like that's the way each person plays. But I do know that we all had a discussion outside of Elvis, and he would have been next if he didn't have immunity.
Okay. Giselle, Elvis is talking about the tribe being more unified now. However, we just had this sort of back and forth and people saying that things would be different if Elvis didn't have immunity. Do you think that once the next person goes that you guys will be unified, or is it still going to be people against each other?
I think we'll be unified because, like, the past day or so, I feel like we've definitely all come together, so.
Against me. Oh. No, I get it. I'm sorry.
Kate, do you think that if Elvis didn't have immunity, that things would be a little different?
Okay. First off, 2 people have immunity right now.
Yeah, it could have gone
But
either way.
I mean, winning the challenge-wise.
I think it's just too complicated to say that.
So Brian, how does this sort of affect your long-term game and how you think?
Oh God, I mean, just like with anyone, like there's just always that unpredictability in any sense of Survivor, whether it be like you don't know whether you're going to win a challenge, you don't know who you're going to work with, you don't know who you're going to be able to trust one day and then not trust the next. So it's just a matter of living in the moment rather than living for long term.
It seems like people are still sort of having their own little meetings. Are there numbers within the numbers, Peyton?
You know, like, obviously no one knows what's going to happen on any given week. When you're put in that position, you have to do what you have to do. And, like, even this week really isn't so simple. Like, I don't think that we're all going to vote how you think we are.
All right, before we vote, Peyton, at the beginning of the game, you got the risk taker advantage.
Okay.
Can you explain to me what that is?
So basically, the first day I went out and I saw a little paper and I got it, and so I have immunity for my first tribal council, which is today.
All right, cannot vote for Peyton, cannot vote for Elvis. The other 4 of you, it's fair game. Let's get to the vote. Daniella, you're up first.
If anything happens and someone does decide to vote like we originally talked about, it doesn't really matter at this point. Thanks for sticking with us this far.
Gotta be safe.
If anybody has the hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right, once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted off will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Daniella. Giselle. Brian. We're tied. 1 vote Brian, 1 vote Giselle, 1 vote Daniella. Daniella. It's 2 Daniella. Brian, we're tied again. 2 votes Brian, 2 votes Daniella, 1 vote left. Fifth person voted out of Survivor Boston. Daniella.
Okay. That's okay. We're good. I would have died if you got
Daniella,
voted
did
out.
you ring your bell?
Yeah, we're good. Okay.
Daniella, the tribe has spoken.
I know. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, head out this way.
Can I take it? No, I'll get it out. Nope, I'm taking it out. In my car. I'm going to my meetings. You said we're
While we're here, can we talk?
Yeah, but let me just get
Yeah,
All right. Well, it looks like today was a clear day, and you guys say you're unified. But again, anything could happen in this game. Grab your stuff, head back to camp. Good night.
Next time on Survivor Boston, you may be on the top.
I tried to make sure that everything that's happened so far, I'm not the target.
You may be on the bottom.
If I had played it on Daniella, then they would have obviously voted me home.
But the merge changes everything.
Congratulations. You all have made the merge. Drop your bucks.
Already?